My name is Wayne. I'm in the band The Flaming Lips. And even though I think you could think of me as a musician, I really, I get to do a lot of cool things. I get to be in a space bubble. I get to shoot lasers out of my hands. I get to sing all kinds of great songs of love and triumph and optimism. And I get to travel the world. I get to meet weirdos like you guys. Yeah, it's a great. I live a great life. Yeah. You know, a lot of these festivals are just perfect for what we do. You know, it's sort of, I think, you know, having a group at the end of the night that has some kind of a show, and, you know, especially with our audience, there's a lot of this communal experience thing. It's not necessarily just about listening to music, you know, it's about being with people and having a vibe and all these things that I think can sound hokey, but when it happens, I think it's real. So I think we're just lucky that we've been doing these other types of shows, and so they said, come back and do it here. And we're like, okay, we'll see if we can.
Now, I noticed this morning that there is an annular eclipse of the sun tonight.
Oh, is that right?
Right about the time that you guys, it starts at 7:30. So
now, are we going to see it here?
We'll see it until the sun actually sets at 7:55. But
is that right?
Was that an accident? So you weren't aware of that?
I made that happen, of course. Yeah, no, it's no accident. I control the universe and made that happen. That's awesome. Well, we'll make a. And you think we'll be able to see it?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think so.
So this is a solar eclipse.
Solar eclipse, yep. And it starts almost right at sundown.
So the moon comes in between us and the sun.
While you're performing Dark Side of the Moon.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe right as we're performing the song Eclipse, it's happening. Wow. Well, let's make sure we make a big deal of that. Now, we're not.
I mentioned it.
Yeah,
really.
Okay. All
right. Let's talk about. You guys are always pushing the envelope. What's the process like doing something like a 6-hour or a 24-hour song?
Well,
and encasing it in a human skull?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like, you know, I get an idea and I just pursue it. That doesn't mean it always works, but you know, we've been recording for a long, long time, so we're always trying things. And I think something like a 6-hour song, you have to be a little full of yourself to think, we're going to make a music that lasts for 6 hours and somebody's going to listen to it. But I tell people all the time, you know, it is just music. I'm not trying to change the world. It's just music. And if it's great and it moves people, good. If it's great and it just moves me, well, that's good enough. Sometimes we're lucky and it does all that. We did this big collaboration record, which ended up, I don't even remember, it had to be like 15 or 16 different artists. And it all culminated, we'd been doing this all year, and it all culminated on Record Store Day, just at the end of April. There's a record plant in Dallas that I was working out of, that they would literally let us go in, take over the plant, almost do anything that we could think of. But then luckily I got to go to this pressing plant in Nashville where Jack White does a lot of his records. And they showed me a liquid-filled record that Jack had been working on. And they asked me if I would want to do a record with him. I said, well, I was thinking about doing a record full of human blood. And they said, well, Wayne, Jack's is just full of blue liquid, but I think that would be great. And so, well, 5 days later, I showed up with all this blood that I'd been collecting from Chris Martin, Erykah Badu, the guys in Lightning Bolt, all these people. We poured it into a giant bucket, a bunch of my blood as well, poured it into a giant bucket and inserted it into these records. But, you know, we weren't able to make that many of them. You know, we were only able to make about 15 or 16.
And it goes to charity.
Yeah, and I sold them all in about 3 hours. So it's great, yeah, yeah. To some weirdos who are going to have some of Sean Lennon and Erykah Badu's blood in their refrigerator or something. Yeah, it's great. That's a good world, yeah. I'm looking forward to maybe seeing Bradford Cox here today. He's a fellow weirdo, you know. I'm trying to think of all the groups that are here. I don't know all of them. I mean, I know Dave Matthews, of course. We've been playing shows with him. We played, I think Dave Matthews played his first MTV show in 1994. We were on one stage, he was on another. Yeah. We helped push an old has-been English singer, Engelbert Humperdinck, into the swimming pool. Yeah. I want our audience to know that I am, I'll do anything. If and that's the life that our audience has given me. They're like, Wayne, go do your art, do your music, and when you get done with it, let us hear it and see what it's all about. And I take whatever risk, whatever I can do to do my thing. That's what they want me to do. Yeah. So I do it.